Namaskaram. We have Miss Apurva with us. So, Apurva, a couple of months ago, I think there was a heated discussion on this table where I believe I had to take a stand that this is essential for you. When that happened versus now at the same table, what changed?
Well, lot of things have been changed. Right from my mindset, the efforts I'm putting into, not worrying about the results and all. I didn't even care about the past 5 6 years. Not even one day I have thought about it of my failures or whatsoever. Neither have thought about my worried. I was worried about my career, my job. Earlier I was used to do job. Having people who have such kind of FOMO, right? Leaving corporate jobs and everything. So I was not at all worried about that. So I didn't even think about one day of the vicious cycle of keeping failing, fail right again and again. So it was always a focus on complete focus on preparation. I neither I bothered about results. Yes, there were very roughs and troughs. There were low points because some or other point, the subconscious mind, make the simulation of, even though despite of however you compress it, you try to avoid the situations you have faced in the past. It keeps coming up. It keeps floating up. It's definitely a sign that things are going away from your mind. So when your mind is relaxed, things will come up, float, and they go away. That is what I have thought. But yeah, a lot of support have I didn't expect the support that I'll be getting from HLS other than the rather than the studies. So it was completely beyond my imagination.
So, when you said those 5 6 years, so what couldn't happen in 6 years versus how could be the effective like after the boot camp you took a small break and
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
6 years or 6 weeks, how can 6 weeks become more efficient than 6 years?
Completely, sir. I would say definitely for sure shot. I will say that I never read 16. What you call 16 hours. When you count it as effective hours, 10 to 12 hours was effective hours. So grossing up, it went to the 15 hours some days, or some days it went to 14 hours. So that was never the case. So I was completely busy in doing other schedules as well. Deviations were a lot number of things while in my study hour environment, everything. So this was a completely. I was focused about eat, sleep, study. That's it. These are the 6 weeks I have done all the things all the day, whole day. I was neither worried about the results. I was neither worried about my past. Only focus on the process. That's it. I came here. I surrounded it to HLS, sir. I really surrendered to HLS. That's it. So all this 6 years was like I was balancing all the 8 papers. At the same time, I could clear all the 5 papers at a go. Yes, there was a disturbance of COVID, pandemic, and everything that was affecting most of them. It was affected me at twice. So I couldn't write exams because of the COVID pandemic. So that 1 year was a whole waste of time for me. Somehow I could clear the group two. That was a very hardest papers that I ever been asked because people want to be shifted to old syllabus to new syllabus. Everything was going on there, but despite of the group two percentage was low, very low. I was the part of that low percentage. The same thing happened in my IPCC as well. When I cleared my IPCC, the pass percentage was around 3.4%. The first attempt when I get was 12%. I wasn't there in the 12%. I was there in the 3.4%. So at the same time, I was never bothered about the percentage, pass percentage as well. So that happened with me twice for the group two of the CA final and the group in my IPCC of the at intermediate level. So that happened. So I was never bothered with it. So all the 5 subjects I was able to handle. Here, 6 weeks, 3 papers at a go. I had given it. I'm hoping for the positive results.
So, two things. One is when you look at 6 years or 10 to 12 cumulative efforts, now the objective of what we do here is uh, very clearly how do you bring everything into one single attempt. So this is the focus. So as I rightly said, when there are multiple hours, 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day, it's like here 1 week happen in one day. Not only that, it's continuous and consistent, continuous. So that will give you the compounding effect where one thing gets built onto the top. Otherwise it's building like building a wall. You put a brick and then you forget about it. So here you constantly.
Here the learning curve effect was happening to me. It's not, it was compounding, yes, and the learning curve effect was happening to me. Happened. So at first, I used to feel very exhausted after 8 to 10 hours. So gradually, because of this learning effect and everything, even to 12 hours, I felt that 12 hours was not sufficient for me.
Is it coming? Let's keep it. Yes.
Yes, the compounding was happening, learning. Even I told you many times that I feel that 12 hours is not being sufficient for me. I feel the whole day is not sufficient. There's a lot to revise and everything. So even at that times, I was not feeling exhausted or tired as such. Like mental exhaustion wasn't there to me actually.
So similarly, just like combining all the scattered atoms into one single atom,
Yes.
even the mind, you said that it felt peaceful because I think on the exam day while you're coming, you're seeing the ray of suns and
Yes, yes,
so
yes, yes.
what happens is that your mind is also broken into multiple parts. It's all over the place. So we have to pick them all together and combine and put
Stack it up together.
stack it
Yes.
up together. So that is what has happened. So here there are three aspects. One is your preparation strategy is extremely personalized. Next is
Intensive study
study
environment.
environment is core
Sure.
improvement constantly to be worked
Yes.
upon. And here the planning part, implementation part, improvement part. So this is what is lacking
Yes.
generally all across. And in terms of the improvement, this is exactly the matrix. Now we can correlate your scores to this, why it goes in a certain way. So we make sure the R2 is intact.
Yes.
So
Yes.
once you hit it, somewhere going here, somewhere going down, it's okay. So
Mm.
most likely your scores will land here, more or
Yes.
less.
Yes.
This is
True.
exactly what happens for all the students who come for less than 3 months. So this is
Yes.
where it will land. Plus or minus, minus one with that, at least plus or
Plus
minus,
or
plus four, plus five
plus
here.
five. Yes.
AFM most likely it will be this
Plus
or
four.
this. One thing will go significantly up.
Significant.
It will
Yes.
plus five, plus 10, somewhere like that. So here, this is what we worked upon. So in terms of your mindset,
Yes.
so what changed? You mentioned underconfident despite having concepts clarity, low emotional balance, highly stressed. So what's changed in terms of your mindset?
My mindset has, so that is what I never think about the past over here.
Okay.
So whatever the rules you say, think grass is always green on the other side, so I was thinking about the future prospect. So first the mindset, that vicious cycle, I have broken it off, sir. And I was having a study buddy over here. The environment is so effective and so inducing to me. Study. So you focus on the process. That's the environment I was having, sir. And yes, earlier I was studying, preparing alone. So there was no study buddy or no such thing, because my friends have already gradually cleared off. That's very good for them. So the study buddy has gradually was not there for me. So that's the reason why. So here I was having study buddy. I could locate where I was, where am I lacking, what are my weaknesses, so what are my strengths as well. So that is what I could correlate with HLS and without HLS. So with that thing, so when I came to know about my strength points, after coming to HLS, then that's where I anchored my strength points. I was moving forward.
In terms of the routine, so how would your effective hours increase so much? You're saying you're hitting 15 hours in the moment from
Yeah,
10 to 12.
yes. Earlier I was like a night owl, sir, but now I'm like a early bird, sir. So that morning hours were very effective. Even I used to prefer nighttime studies because it used to be very calm and peaceful. But at the same time, this early hours was very effective to me, very effective. And 12 hours straight away, right from morning, early morning 6:30 to night at 10 o'clock. It's almost 14 hours. So when you 14 to 16, then when you minus lunch breaks and everything, so 12 hours of straight away study hours. So 3 hours slot into four. That was a never thing to me. That disciplined approach is happening in HLS only.
In terms of revision, like how was it earlier and how did it change now? Revision, recall, all that.
Well, sir, revision and recall. Earlier, the revision used to be is like, why am I reading the same concept and again? So it was always reading while again seeing the same pages, turning of the same pages, skimming through. So here it was a quite different thing. We are trying to simulate the exam point of view, where we do not have anything in front of us, but we have to recall it. It's like a library stored in it, and you need to go to that section, pick a book, and write it. So that simulation happened over here. So that was a major thing I was lacking about. Despite I don't know the concept, yeah, should I take this ratio or this ratio? The question, the doubts would not come in the exams, right? Isn't it? So that happened. That all was cleared in the preparation process itself. So I was having only one thought in my mind that I should not get doubts in the examination hall. If I do not know something, I do not know. I should not get a doubts, even the concepts I know. So that's the mindset I wanted to go. So that's why I revised all the PDR, previous day revisions, or DER, everything, either written notes or active recalling through mind itself. So most of the time it's all active recall because I would not. I would, that's how I'll be recalling in the examination. Before I put a pen on paper, that's how I practiced it rather than pen and paper. If it's a theory part or something theoretical, I was writing the PDS and DS very effectively actually. So that was helping me, the thing. It's a recall. Most of the times I was recalling, active recalling, like mentally. So I gave a mental exercise to the brain actually. So that was helping me. Neither, even though my physically I was lethargic, I made my mind not to be lethargic. And I was never, earlier I used to be a very giving up mode before the day before exam, seeing the vast syllabus of especially audit and everything. This was a time, the first time I never gave up before the exams. So I could go through it even though I was emotionally down and everything. I could go through it, so that whatever you have done, it would be coming. So that is the mindset. Our target is 40. You should. I earlier I was like, as you said, I used to aim at 50. Okay, then let's score minus 10. That should not be a fine. So it's now it for audit it wasn't like, if I'm 40, short I'm scoring 40. It's 45, I'm go short I'm going scoring 45. It's not like plus 5 minus 5 minus 10 as such. So that was a wrong strategy, I believe. So the strategy was worked for me, sir, for sure.
And approach within the exam and on the exam day, those last 3 hours before the exam, 3 hours during the exam, how was it different this time and how did it help?
Uh, for especially, I could say for audit, sir, even for FR and AFM as well, till the 11 o'clock of the exam day, I used to prepare, sir. But this time, FR, it wasn't the thing. Just 2 days before the exams, I completed whole of my syllabus. I was just going through the past papers and everything. I was very calm and relaxed. At a certain times, I haven't revised few topics all these preparation days, but somehow mentors helped me. Like Manju helped us out through the topics which are very important, which we haven't gone through it. Just for the grace marks, adding the numerator plus 5, plus 4, or plus 5. As such, so just gone through the only topics which I have not gone through. So I was very calm and composed. Yet during the FR exam, my mind was again, it was like giving kick shot to you. This is the exam you're writing, CA final exam. So, but however, it was, I was very calm during the exams, everything. Okay, even if I'm not able to write one question of 14 marks or 10 marks whatsoever, I can able to score 50 plus. This is the mindset. So aggregate is important. Because of the FR, I should not lose a aggregate. Because of this FR, I should not lose aggregate for aggregate shouldn't be a problem for hindrance for audit paper. So that is what my approach. I tried improving the score maximization for the last 1 hour especially. So I was trying to score plus 15 or plus 18, and that was the strategy I implemented. So I was calm. So before examination for AFM as well, I was never tensed. I was actually calm. Before 3 hours before the exam, I completely closed my books. Whatever come, actually Pooja helped me out. Pooja told me this: whatever coming to your brain, that you have prepared. Whatever not coming to your brain, you do not know. You leave it that. So that's the approach I made it, and I, even that elimination approach, it helped in AFM as well. So I was scoring better score than the FR paper. So that was helping me. Then I came back. Even I didn't feel like reading after the AFM exam. Immediately after AFM exam, go and write for an audit exam. So I was very calm and relaxed. Even I was sleeping in the cab, like, okay, let it go. Whatever happened, happened. So far, so good. Let's give the audit a very good kickstart after taking a rest for a while. So then I came back for the audit. So again, I felt little bit here and there, up and down for audit. So what happened for audit was like the portion wasn't yet up moving. So rather than it's reading, my mind was completely stuck up, sir. Actually, so it's just one step to go. I might be a CA. One step to go. I was very much panicking and terrified. One step to go. Is it true? Is it true? That's what coming into my mind. I can't believe myself that within one step I might be a CA. Just hoping for a CA. All these hopes were getting heavily weighted, so that was emotionally driving me out the day before the exam. So somehow again I closed my books 2 hours before audit exam. So never was the case I closed my books before the exam 2 hours. Even my parents used to say, do not read right before the exam, why don't you close it away? you'll automatically get to recollect it. I was never panicked. Not even once my paper got wet due to my sweat in my palm sweating and everything. So that was a very different approach. It's comparison is nowhere. So it's quite different approach, different strategies, different approach. This is how I'm landed here. I'll be landed into something else, like I hoping for some. If even if it's odd, so my mindset is like, even if due to some unfortunate situation, some aggregate or something is being, I won't be worried at all, because I know the strategy, how what well works, what well is better than the previous strategies whatever I used to implement. So I'm okay with that. Now I won't be down or something if something going to adverse. I'm hoping not, but if something is unfavorable to the situation to me, so that's okay. I'll be implementing the same strategies in more effective manner. That would be landing in where I want to be.
So this is a significant and remarkable transformation because I clearly remember the conversation that day sitting here, right?
Yes.
From there to here, again, no matter what we do, unless you trust us, unless you let it happen, there are a lot of students who come with the same problem, but there is resistance. When there is resistance, there is only so much we can do. So your fight has been truly inspiring and amazing, Apurva. And most importantly, this the last thing, the personality improvement. That is something which we saw. That is something which we are extremely happy and proud about. And I clearly told you when it's coming from Manju's reference, so it becomes all the more important because that load is always there for both of us. So this, in your own words, the preparation part you already explained very clearly. In terms of personality, what improved? Can you elaborate on the personality part?
Personality point of means, I could say that that again I'll be repeating the same thing, sir.
No,
All
specific,
like a
nothing
specific
related to
like
preparation.
nothing
Personality,
related to it.
one or two instances of how do you feel within what changed? Because this is something which people don't understand. How can preparation reshape the personality? People don't understand.
Yes, yes. Sir, earlier I was completely introvert. Now it's like changing it introvert to extrovert depending upon the situations. That is one personality trait I could say. The calm and composure in times of needed was there within me, and I could implement it at the time of examinations or preparations or whatsoever. And my that is one personality. The other thing is routine, sir. Routine completely changed, and I gave priority to my physical health. I always gave dedicated time for walking, brisk walk and everything, as well as my mental health also have given the priority, like doing box breathing or whatsoever techniques they have taught us. So that is the one personality I could say, that walking and doing meditation, all these things were, I could say, disciplined approach, sir. That was one of the personality changes. So these are the three changes I could say. So one is being extrovert according to situations. I was disciplined all the throughout the things, and I was calm and composed while during the exams, and even I was time. Even if I'm panicking, yes, this is the temporary time. Good times will be coming. That was my mind state of mind that has been changed a lot. So I could see my graph. There were many petty things or minuscule things I cannot jot down right now, but I could see my graph is drifting from the past, whatever the trend has been going through it. So
So, just to summarize this particular aspect, one is you become very adaptable. So, whenever it is required, you can speak more. Whenever it is not required, you can think less. So, these are two extremes. People do it the other way around. When required, they cannot speak. When not required, they'll think. So, it's a significant flip, and this will give you enormous possibilities. Apart from the adaptability or flexibility, you also need rigidity in life. If you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything. So routine standing for something. Today, I want to complete this. This is my priority. Nothing else will. This that's it. That is what taking a rigid stand, strong rigid stand. Now it could be for a particular day. It could for a particular reason. It could be for a particular person. It could be for a particular purpose. So this is important. One day, how you live one day is how you can live the rest of the life. So this is something which is very fundamental. Until you do this, next won't happen. See, most of the students will be excited about knowing what happened specifically in FR and all of that. We'll quickly get there. The thing is, this is important. Unless this happens, that won't happen automatically. So your scores and everything, let's say in AFM, if we look at this 38 plus at least you'll get 60 is what you're looking at.
Yes.
So this is a byproduct of the work which you have done at the inner level.
Compounding.
That is exactly how it is going to be. So probably we'll shoot specific short videos quickly, and this is the journey of the amazing Apurva we had here. So it has been a pleasure for all of us, Apurva, and we'll connect further and see what can happen as we proceed forward. And I believe mission accomplished of phase one.
Yes.
Okay, pleasure having you here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.